celestial station floated in the void like a promise long abandoned. From the viewport of the diplomatic transport, Princess Serena watched it swell from a distant spark into a vast monument of chrome and crystal. Its observation domes caught starlight and fractured it into shimmering halos. Beautiful in a way that felt impersonal and cold, the station orbited Telos 4. A moon so intentionally forgettable, it had been selected as neutral ground precisely because no one wanted it. Serena suspected that was fitting. No one had particularly wanted her here either. The docking clamps locked with a metallic groan that vibrated through the shuttle's hull. Serena rose smoothly from her seat, posture flawless from years of instruction. Behind her, Lord Vast, her father's senior military advisor, adjusted his ceremonial sash with exaggerated care. His long tapered ears twitched, a nervous habit he never noticed. "Your Highness," he said quietly. "The king again sends his regrets that he could not attend personally." "Of course he does," Serena replied, smoothing the deep blue folds of her formal gown. The fabric alone had cost more than several frontier outposts. All for a summit where she would be politely ignored. A border incident, apparently urgent. How convenient. Vast did not argue. They both understood the truth. The Galactic Summit required Kaith's presence, but not its king. So the princess was sent instead, symbolic, expendable. Let her practice diplomacy. She couldn't possibly cause trouble. The airlock opened with a hiss, releasing recycled air layered with ozone and metallic undertones, blend engineered to keep hundreds of species alive without killing each other. Celestial Station's environmental systems were legendary. Serena had read that the Great Hall alone required enough processing power to manage a planetary defense grid. Also, beings who barely tolerated one another could argue about trade routes in the same room. She stepped into the concourse and felt instantly small. Delegates flowed past her in clusters. Towering crustacean envoys from Terminus Prime chiming as they walked. Scaled ambassadors of the Rex Confederation, reflecting light in shifting patterns. A silicon collective whose crystalline body wore a translation collar. No one looked at her. She was traffic. Another minor royal from another forgettable system. "This way, Your Highness," Vast murmured, checking his datapad. "Registration is in Section 7. Registration was efficiently humiliating. A biomechanical attendant, part organic, part machine, processed her credentials without interest. Name, system, status, quarters, dietary parameters. It never met her gaze, though that was difficult since it lacked eyes entirely. When it handed her access chip, Serena noticed the clearance color, green. She had glimpsed a gold chip moments earlier in the hands of a hegemony delegate. Even security, it seemed, had rank. Her quarters were adequate. That somehow made it worse. Climate control. Gravity regulation. A neutral sitting space. Walls of adaptive metal settled on a bland beige. As though the room itself found her unremarkable, Vast assured her he would be nearby and departed with visible relief. Alone. Serena stood in the center of the room as the weight of the coming weeks settled on her. Sessions, debates, banquets, endless. Opportunities to be professionally invisible. Opening banquet began at 1800 station time, an hour meaningful to no world. Yet binding them all. Serena arrived precisely on time and immediately realized her mistake. The important delegates arrived late. She was directed to table 47, geographically central. Socially irrelevant. The Great Hall was breathtaking. A crystalline dome arched overhead, transparent enough to reveal the stars, creating the illusion of dining in open space. Tables radiated outward from a central dais, each adapting to its occupant's biology. Methane breathers sat inside sealed bubbles. Silicon entities dined on inert surfaces. Serena received standard plates. Her people were unremarkably compatible. She sat alone. A Terran server delivered the first course, a softly glowing blue broth. Serena thanked her politely. The server looked surprised, then moved on. Conversation bloomed everywhere except her table. Diplomacy, alliances, rumors, power. 3 tables away, the hegemony commanded attention. To the right, the Vrex Confederation entertained petitioners. At table 47, Princess Serena watched her soup dim as it cooled. She had just decided to leave early when a voice said, "This seat taken?" She looked up. The human looked exhausted. His Earth delegation jacket, dark blue with gold trim, was rumpled. His dark hair was disordered, and he smiled with tired warmth, the expression of someone escaping something tedious. "I know," Serena said, startled. "Please." He dropped into the chair with genuine relief. "Thank you. I've been mediating a dispute for 3 hours. Both sides now hate me equally, which I'm told means success." He extended a hand. "Finn Merrick, cultural attach. I should have introduced myself first, but honestly, I needed to sit before gravity won." She took his hand. "Serena, Princess of Kaith." "Oh, sorry. Your Highness, Majesty, protocol disaster." "Serena is fine," she said, and meant it. He glanced at the empty table. "Popular spot." She smiled despite herself. "Apparently." They're lost. He flagged down a server. "Fresh soup, please." And the second course, I missed the first, explaining why adequate is a deadly insult in 12 languages. Finn turned back to her with full attention. "So," he said easily, "tell me about Kaith. Earth's briefing says exists stable government. Nice people, we're still learning geography." For the first time since arriving, Serena felt something shift. Someone was listening. The shipping regulation session was designed to test the limits of sentient endurance. Serena sat beside Finn in Summit Chamber 3, watching tariff subsections crawl past holographic displays. Finn took notes furiously, hands moving as if stopping would cause unconsciousness. He leaned over and showed her his datapad. "If I start snoring, claim it's a human meditation technique." She snorted before she could stop herself. Then an idea struck. She whispered, "Kaith has run independent asteroid shipping for 60 years. We had to solve variable speed distribution issues ourselves." Finn's attention sharpened instantly. "You should say that. They won't ask. They don't have to. You're allowed to speak." Her stomach tightened, but when the commentary period opened, she pressed the activation stud. The chair recognizes Princess Serena of Kaith. She spoke, and they listened. From that moment on, everything changed. Delegates approached her. Requests followed. Meetings formed. Finn walked beside her through gardens and corridors, offering coffee, bad humor, and quiet belief. "You matter now," he told her one night. "That's scarier than being ignored." He was right. When the crisis came, a disputed asteroid belt, 4 factions, ships on the brink. Serena was ready. The hegemony tried to buy her neutrality. She refused. Instead, she offered a solution no one else could: a consortium. Shared control. Neutral administration. No one loses face. The chamber went silent. Then, agreement. By dawn, a war had been avoided. Caith was named administrator. Serena stood taller than she ever had. On the final night, Finn raised a cup of terrible station coffee. "To remembering you were never unwanted," he said. "Just unnoticed." She smiled, warmth blooming in her chest. The stars burned on, indifferent, eternal, but one of them, at least, had finally learned she mattered.